Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your source for verified updates on global currency movements. Today, June 9th, 2025, is not just another Monday. It marks a moment that dinar and dong holders have anticipated for years. After months of silence and speculation, a seismic shift has finally begun. Major U.S. banks, including Chase, have officially initiated exchange programs for both the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. This is not a rumor, not a drill, and certainly not hearsay. Verified reports are now confirming that real transactions are being processed at select branches. If you've been waiting patiently for the right opportunity, this is your moment. Let's walk you through everything you need to know to make the most of it. As of the current date in the U.S., Chase Bank has formally activated its foreign currency exchange channels for IQD and VND. For those holding these currencies, this development opens a legitimate and structured pathway for redemption. Early confirmations have emerged from cities like New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles, and Miami, where select Chase locations are now handling scheduled appointments and facilitating live exchanges. These reports are no longer whispers. They're being substantiated by individuals successfully completing in-person redemptions. Chase isn't acting alone. Behind the scenes, other Tier 1 institutions, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Citibank, are said to be preparing their rollout. Internal memos, staff training sessions, and software updates point to a massive coordinated effort among the nation's largest financial entities. These banks have discreetly integrated IQD and VND codes into their internal systems, setting the stage for a broader and unified participation in the exchange process. For anyone who doubted whether this would go public, the reality is now undeniable. The timing of this launch isn't coincidental. June 9 falls strategically within the early weeks of a new fiscal quarter and follows several discrete international finance meetings hosted in Geneva, Frankfurt, and Tokyo. Sources suggest these meetings included high-level dialogues on transitioning certain currencies to asset-backed models. Both Iraq and Vietnam have been positioning themselves at the forefront of this movement, gaining quiet but substantial support from the IMF, which has publicly encouraged modernization and transparency within their financial frameworks. Inside Chase Bank, operational readiness has shifted into high gear. From currency clerks to private wealth officers, staff at designated branches have received specialized training in handling IQD and VND redemptions. Though not every location is immediately active, several major branches are already running scheduled by appointmentless sessions. These meetings are being conducted in secure private rooms, prioritizing discretion and security for both clients and bank personnel. It's a streamlined operation with clearly defined procedures, and early client feedback suggests the rollout has been smooth and efficient. If you're currently holding dinar or dong, preparation is critical. First, make sure your currency is physically clean and undamaged. Authenticity matters. Be ready with documentation. This includes original purchase receipts, certificates of authenticity, or any paperwork you received when acquiring the notes. These details will be used to verify your claim and may impact the ease and speed of your exchange. Next, be mindful of volume. If you're holding large quantities, you could qualify for preferential rates, sometimes referred to as tiered or contract rates. Banks are assessing each case based on volume, customer history, and risk management policies. Strategy matters. Don't rush in blindly. Make sure you're ready with a clear understanding of what you're bringing to the table and what outcomes you're aiming for. And yes, rates are real and reportedly substantial. While no public forex boards are yet broadcasting these numbers, internal systems at Chase are already reflecting updated rate codes. Some trusted insiders suggest that high-volume holders could be accessing exclusive contract values far above previous projections. While exact figures remain confidential, all indicators suggest this is not a minor increase, it's a true revaluation with real wealth implications. However, don't let excitement override caution. This isn't a time for impulsive decisions. Consult with professionals, understand your legal obligations, and assess your financial position holistically. Most importantly, think long-term. The decisions you make in the next few days could affect your financial security for decades. The IRS and similar agencies are well aware of what's unfolding. Currency exchanges, especially at this scale, are taxable events in many jurisdictions. You must be prepared to declare gains, calculate potential liabilities, and submit the necessary forms. If you're unsure how to proceed, consult a tax advisor with experience in international or large-scale transactions. Depending on how long you've held the currency and your specific location, you may be subject to capital gains taxes or other income-based reporting. Some experts even recommend creating a financial blueprint before walking into the bank. This could involve setting up trusts, separating personal and investment accounts, or scheduling follow-up meetings with estate planners and wealth advisors. These steps ensure you're not just receiving wealth but managing and protecting it with foresight. As momentum continues to build, one theme is clear: discretion is critical. While it's tempting to share your excitement online or celebrate your upcoming exchange publicly, now is the time to operate with quiet discipline. Individuals involved in past revaluations often became targets due to lack of privacy. Keeping your circle small and your plans confidential protects not only your financial position but your personal safety. Consult a trusted financial advisor, avoid oversharing online, and make sure every decision is guided by strategy, not emotion. What's unfolding now is more than a one-time event. It's a generational opportunity. Iraq's reemergence on the world stage is the result of serious reforms. Over the past year, Iraq has amplified oil production, cooperated with international regulators, and implemented sweeping changes in its financial infrastructure. The country's central bank has gone digital, fraud prevention measures are being enforced, and international partners like the World Bank are playing a key role in guiding economic stability. This is no longer a post-conflict economy. It's a rising force built on resources and reform. Vietnam's story runs in parallel. Once considered economically fragile, the country has grown into a manufacturing powerhouse. The Vietnamese dong is now backed by consistent export flows, foreign investment, and regulatory alignment with global standards. Recent efforts by Vietnam's central bank to reduce inflation and stabilize currency strength have led to real results. The dong is no longer viewed as an unstable note. It's gaining serious credibility in the financial world, and today's exchange rollout proves it. So, what does this mean for someone like you, an individual who's held on to faith through uncertainty? It means that years of careful observation, patient investment, and relentless research are finally paying off. This isn't just about converting paper currency into digital wealth. It's about realizing a vision that most people doubted. Your belief is now being validated by action from the world's largest banking institutions. That said, success at this level comes with new responsibilities. Sudden wealth is not always easy to manage. The choices you make in the coming days and weeks will shape your future. Don't fall into the trap of reactionary spending. Build a roadmap. Decide how much to save, where to invest, who to trust, and how to protect what you've just gained. This moment requires wisdom, not just celebration. If you're still in the process of scheduling an exchange, act quickly, but thoughtfully. Contact the bank before walking in. Make sure you understand their appointment system, know what documents are required, and bring everything with you: valid ID, currency proof, receipts if applicable, and a calm, focused mindset. This isn't a race. It's a calculated transition that rewards preparation. Once you've completed your exchange, the next step is structure. Choose which accounts to deposit into. Consider using multiple accounts for safety and long-term planning. Seek out legal and financial experts to help structure your assets, whether that's through a family trust, investment portfolio, or retirement planning tools. And above all, stay grounded. Wealth isn't just about accumulation. It's about impact, intention, and legacy. From this point forward, it's essential to be thoughtful in how you communicate and spend. Don't let social media or public perception guide your next move. Let discipline and professionalism define your actions. The excitement is real, but so is the need to be cautious. The currency shift that began on June 9, 2025 will be remembered not only for the numbers on a screen, but for what it represents. This was the day when Chase Bank, one of America's financial giants, officially went live with Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong exchanges. This was the moment the world took notice, and you were a part of it. And now, the horizon expands. Other major institutions are preparing to join, more appointments will be available, rates may fluctuate slightly before stabilizing, but the train has left the station. Whether you decide to exchange immediately or wait for higher-tiered rates, the key is clarity. Understand your goals. Know your exit plan. Don't act on hype. Act on insight. If you're new to this or missed the initial wave, don't panic. Opportunities continue to evolve. Financial realignment across the globe is still in motion. Watch emerging markets, listen to verified economic briefings, and stay aware of future currency developments. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning of a much broader shift in global wealth distribution. Here at Iraqi Dinar News, our commitment remains the same. We'll bring you accurate, timely, and clear updates as the landscape changes. This isn't just about news, it's about helping you move with confidence. We'll continue to guide you with step-by-step explanations, deep analysis, and community-focused content. Because the best outcomes don't happen by chance. They happen through preparation. Before we wrap, take a moment to reflect. Whether you hold a small amount or substantial reserves, your patience has brought you to this exact point. Now it's time to make that patience pay off, not just in currency, but in decisions that define your future. Let your journey be one of wisdom, courage, and impact. If you found today's video valuable, give it a like and share it with others in your network who are on the same path. Drop your questions in the comments below. Our team is always watching and ready to support. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because the next announcement could arrive at any moment. This is Iraqi Dinar News, and today, you're no longer waiting, you're participating in history. Stay smart, stay grounded, and stay ready.